What's up? At about this point, I start thinking if I should really leave and do something more constructive with my Sunday. This is the pinnacle of social failure. A whole free day, a festival right outside my doorstep, and what do? Sit here with Rin, two bystanders with nothing to do except to think what a pity it is to be just a bystander. Even realizing how pitiful it is, I don't do anything. I don't stand up and take off for a day of fun. Shuffle, shuffle. Fidget. Shuffle. I like how they put it there instead of just there. It's cool. Rin is shuffling about restlessly, constantly swinging one leg over the other knee and then back again. She has a very irritated look on her face. Is something wrong? Yes, no, yes. She suddenly hops up on her feet. It's surprising. I thought she was still rendered immobile, but apparently that's not the case. Oops, sorry. Didn't mean to bang against my mic. I have to go find Emmy or someone. I need some help with something. I can help you. No, it's okay. One of us has to stay here in case something happens. Don't be ridiculous. Nothing even remotely interesting has happened since I came here except the one guy who dropped a snow cone on his foot. Let me help you since I'm bored. So, what is it? Rin slipped flat and tightly against each other into almost perfectly horizontal line. She closes her eyes and draws in a deep breath. When she opens her eyelids, the frighteningly stern look in her dark eyes takes me aback. Isao, you might not want to hear this, or maybe you do. I don't know, but it doesn't matter, and even if it would, you are not leaving me any choice. I'm having my period, and oh! I kind of figured it was something girly. I'm having my period, and I need some help regarding that. However, I don't feel that our relationship is yet on the level where I could allow you to pull my underwear down in the girls' toilet, even if you offered to. Oh! That's why you should stay here while I go and look for Emmy. As blood rushes to my cheeks like the rising tide, my brain tries to desperately search for an answer. But the only thing I can think of is how that was the most coherent thing I have heard coming out of Rin's mouth during these 4 days I've known her. Yes. Not wanting to meet Rin's eyes, I turn my face aside, pretending I'm looking at someone's parents. From the corner of my eyes, I see Rin turning on her heel, walking off without further ado. I feel like going to hide under some rock. I wonder how long Rin will be gone, or if she will return at all. She does return eventually, appearing seemingly out of nowhere, sitting back to where she was, next to my place. I'm back. She says it flatly, like my blunder never happened. I'd prefer to forget the whole matters as well, so I keep quiet. Whoa. Oh, shadow. Okay, I was like, what the fuck? Time passes in standstill. The sun gleams from high above the main building. It hits me directly in the eyes, but I just squint instead of moving. In a bit, it becomes painful to keep my eyes open just a little. My temples start aching. My head hurts. I think this day it gave me a headache. Can you believe it? Are you hungry? How's that related to headache? It's not, I ask because I am. Her oblivious seriousness melts my irritation and with its ridiculousness. I find the corners of my mouth turning slightly upwards again. You know what? So am I. I'll go get us some food for us. What do you want? My treat. Doesn't matter. Probably something easier for her to eat. Returning with the food, I give one portion to Rin, taking the other for myself, and we dig in without a word. Rin looks upward, fork hanging out the corner of her mouth. What are clouds? I always thought they were thoughts of the sky or something like that, because you can't touch them. You thought like that when you were a kid? No, last week. Maybe because sometimes my thoughts feel like clouds, fluffy and white and slow. Like the sky was in my mind. Like my mind was the sky. The sky of your mind. That's good, I really like that. The sky of your mind? Close your eyes and think of sky. You won't be able to think of anything else until you stop. I try it. It works. Magic? I don't know. Opening my eyes, I see Rin studying me with her eyes. It feels uncomfortable because she doesn't say anything. I turn away. Clouds are water. Evaporated water. You know, they say that almost all the water in the world will at some point of its existence be a part of a cloud. Every drop of tears and blood and sweat that comes out of you, it'll be a cloud. all the water inside your body, too. It goes up there sometime after you die. It might take a while, though. Your explanation is better than any of mine. Because it's true. That must be it. I carry on eating the food before it gets cold. The wall offers a bit of blessed shade as the sun revolves around the dome of the sky. But the afternoon is already slowly making way for the evening, so our lunch becomes more of a dinner, or whatever the word for an irregular meal like this. Despite what I call it, it eventually hits the spot. I haven't eaten a bit since forever. My appetite filled, I let out a satisfied sigh. Rin hasn't eaten all of hers, but seems to be done with her food as well. I lean back, taking in the atmosphere. The crowd has thinned already, but the activities are still going. Everyone seems to be enjoying themselves. And why not? It's warm, the kind of perfect summer day when it's hot but not too hot for comfort. The sun will set soon. Time really has flown by. We've been sitting here for 6 hours. Yes, we have. Do you want to do something else now? No, not really. Me neither. She adjusts her position and leans against the wall. I follow her lead, relaxing my own body. For minutes on end, we sit there without saying a word. I'm trying to feel Rin's mood from her demeanor, the tension of her muscles, the tiny expressions fleeting on her face. It's no use. She's unreadable as always. Whoop. The crowd swells to and fro, the people happily chattering with each other. Very few people pay Oh! I knocked my headset off, scratching my head. Jesus. Very few people pay real attention to the mural, even less to us. I fiddle with a few odd pebbles absent-mindedly. The act of doing something just for the sake of doing something, the pinnacle of idleness. Inch by inch, the sun creeps lower and lower towards the tree line, changing the color of the sky close to the horizon from golden yellow to orange and red as the moment of sunset draws near. I feel like my stomach's filled with blood after eating so heavily, but the brick wall feels surprisingly comfortable against my back. I try to fight against drowsy feeling that is overwhelming me, to no avail. Fireworks. I wake up with a start. A low boom reverberates through the school grounds. After images of bright sparks. Wow! Oh, I thought fireworks were going off outside. Wow, the streamers of. That was what I thought was outside. I was like, oh, how convenient. School grounds. After images of bright sparks flash through my vision like stars, something rises towards the skies from the direction of the sports field. A tail of fire trails behind it as a burst of red and yellow flame lights the sky high above the school with another loud boom. Fireworks. The sudden flash of light against the canvas of the night sky awakens me to realize that it's actually dark already. How long did I sleep? I feel groggy and can't feel my right arm. I hate that. I actually took a nap earlier because I felt really tired. It was like half an hour to an hour long. I just felt like crap when I woke up. I knew it was going to happen. Taking naps never feel good to me. As I attempt to flex it, I realize why. Rin is leaning heavily against my shoulder, almost falling on my lap. She is fast asleep, not even fazed by fireworks. Her mouth is slightly open, her eyes are peacefully closed. A sleeping childlike face of the innocent. I shake Rin gently with my free arm, trying to wake her up, or failing that, move her so that her other arm is liberated from its pinch. Rin's face twitches, her eyelids shut tighter, as if to resist against waking up. She gradually opens her eyes, but keeps them half closed, letting the light from the fireworks sneak just past her eyelashes so that her green irises mirror the bright flashes of the explosions. She looks up at me and frowns. Just a while longer, okay? Rin's voice is drowsy and slow, leaving her almost unintelligibly muttering words hanging lazily in the air. It seems she's not entirely aware of the situation. Rin's head drops back on my shoulder as she leans against me with all her weight. She snuggles against my side, trying to make herself comfortable, but making me feel very uncomfortable at the same time. I become intensely, almost painfully aware of Rin's warm body and the deep, peaceful movement of her chest against my arm. Her breathing soon returning to the even rhythm. I can't help admiring her gift for sleeping. or the ease of mind of hers to use someone she has known for less than a week as a pillow. The rockets rise up to the sky one at a time, breaking into flowers red, green, and gold, accompanied by the oohs and ahs of the audience. I try to push Rin's disconcerting proximity out of my mind. What can I do about it? I just hope her short while really is that. One by one, the glittering bursts are born and die in a blink of an eye, coloring the dark night sky into constantly changing abstract painting. I listen to the low booms of the explosions and Rin's quiet breathing, trying to clear my own head of the post-awakening disorientation. Thankfully, just a while longer really proves to be just a while as Rin turns from her slumber and wakes up again before the fireworks are over. I fell asleep. She finally opens her eyes completely and blinks a few times. You fell asleep on top of me twice. You didn't like it? Well, despite the inconclusive stammering, Rin sits upright, drawing herself away from me. Well, you are heavy. Ooh, it's a lie. You should never say that to a girl. It's a lie. She weighs next to nothing. But I have to get a jab back at her, even if it's under the belt. My mock protest fails to draw any reaction at Rin, as Rin's attention draws upwards to flashes of fireworks. She seems hypnotized by the colorful play of the explosions. My bad. A slight tingling sensation goes up and down in my arm as blood starts to circulate again. It's unpleasant, but it helps me get rid of this dizzy feeling. More and more rockets rise up to the sky, the bright colors of their explosions reflecting from the clouds. Both of us stare at the fireworks fixedly through the canopy of the trees, enthralled by the show. We would get a vastly better view of the sky if we moved it even a couple of yards, but neither of us bothers to even suggest it. I really do like fireworks, even though looking at them makes me feel kind of sad. I think it's like they want you to look at them so bad that so they are loud and bright, but when someone looks, they are already gone. It's like they were not even real. But they are real, I can tell you that. All of this is real, you know? If you think about it, nothing really lasts for long. Even something like my life or yours is just a blink of an eye in the history of everything. Like one of those rockets, poof, and we're gone. But we're here, aren't we? Yeah, this is reality. Rin, sitting next to me, the loud bangs of the fireworks, the vast unlimited sky. These things are definitely real, even though they won't stay here forever. I feel warm inside, and I wonder if it's because Rin is so close to me, or just the feeling of being alive. I don't really know what I should say next. It's alright, maybe I'm just talking to myself. But you know, fireworks are pretty. But in the end, isn't it somehow silly to spend so much money on a fraction of a second worth of pretty sparkles? Rin rips her gaze off the still ongoing spectacle and leans backwards, looking at me with a repulsed face. Wow, I never expected you to be such a cynic. Cynic is a pretty harsh word. Rather than that, I think of myself as a realist. Isn't a realist just a word for what a cynic calls himself? The final rocket goes out with a bang of silver and blue, leaving the ground eerily silent for a moment until the crowd starts moving towards the main gate like a cattle herd. Wisps of gray smoke drift towards the dorms from the sports field. The pungent, sulphurous smell of gunpowder it carries along feels like it sticks to my hair and clothes. Was that it? I think so. I stand up and stretch my sore back. Sleeping against a brick wall wasn't such a good idea after all. Rin stands up as well and turns to face me. What an expectant gaze of her tired features. Although she seems to have trouble focusing her eyes, she is looking straight at me. Something I feel has not occurred too often in the past week. So I suddenly realize we have been almost on a date here, as if by accident, even if we did nothing. But it wasn't, so why blood is rushing to my cheeks and my speech stammering? I don't know what I should say, especially since it seems Rin is waiting for me to say something. But luckily, she solves my problem for me. Good night, Sao. She gives me one more lingering look, measuring me from tip to toe. She turns around on her heel and skips off, disappearing into the crowd. Okay, good night. I'm left standing there, giving my response to the cooling night air. Sigh. The festival turned out to be nothing like I expected. I ended up spending all day in one spot with Rin, even though neither of us agreed nor suggested that we do anything. I just didn't have anything better to do, and evidently neither did she. Rin's warmth lingers for a while longer in my body before disappearing into the falling night. Boom! Act 2 in one recording session because I skipped a bunch of it. Oh, I love these animations. I wish there was an anime from this. Oh, that's cool. That's cool too. Never seen someone do it that way. Usually you blow. Act 2, disconnect. Man. Oh, part of me is like, oh, you'd stop now. But the other part's like, no, let's continue. I'm gonna save at least. Oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Save. I saved a new one, exercise, so that was like 28. This is gonna be kind of inaccurate because we use skip mode a lot. Just slightly though, so. A wider field of vision. Okay, so we've recorded for about an hour. I guess that's where I'm gonna end it for now. I kinda wanna do more, I kinda don't. If I decide I'll do more, I'll do more. But thank you guys very much for watching. Katawa Shoujo is back. Again, you guys won't notice because it's still uploading daily. I think I'm gonna keep that pattern. I should make an official schedule. I have certain things. I'll make that a video. I'm sure maybe sometime. Anyways, so thank you guys for watching. Expect more Katawa Shoujo. Again, daily until I'm done with it, and then I don't know what I'm gonna do with my life. Yeah, and thank you guys for watching. I hope you're enjoying Rin's playthrough. We just got to Act 2, so there won't be any, like, skip mode, really, anymore. Yeah, so, for the third time, thank you guys